Welcome back to QrepubliC. Today is August 12, 2021, Thursday. Our news highlights for today: European stocks close higher on US inflation data, make it up 16% on takeover bid. Europe is up by 0.4% with construction and materials lead gains with most sectors and major bourses in positive territory. US inflation increased by 0.5% and the annual figure remained at 5.4%, matching the steepest inflationary climb since August 2008. US stocks on record highs on Tuesday following the US Senate's passing of the $1 trillion infrastructure bill. For other international headlines, Hong Kong's IPO pipeline is still strong despite Beijing's regulatory crackdown, HKEX chief says. US blast China over sentencing of a Canadian man in case linked to Huawei fight. US stock futures mixed as market shrugs off inflation report. New Zealand plans to allow vaccinated travelers from low-risk countries starting early next year. Sydney seeks to tighten COVID-19 curbs while Australian capital Canberra prepares to lock down. Gold prices drop this week and analysts predict they will keep falling. And Alaska Airlines is considering COVID vaccine mandates for staff. For our local news or local market, stock index ends at 1 month high. The stocks scaled a near 1 month peak yesterday, backing a downturn in Asia as investors remain mostly encouraged by robust corporate and macroeconomic numbers in the second quarter. Investors took cues from Wall Street's performance overnight as Dow and S&P 500 closed at record highs. They went high after passing the infrastructure bill, which could help in stimulating the US economy. Foreign investors gave a boost to yesterday's climb with net inflows amounting to $513.87 million according to FILRT. For our local headlines, Filinvest REIT flirts with gains, losses on stock market debut. The bloodbath continues for Cebu Air. JFC ups stake in Tim Ho Wan to 100%. ACEN to build more solar farms in India. PNB profit jumps 16-fold on massive property gains, and Converge profits more than doubled in first half on sustained subscribers growth. For our PSEI today, we close at 6,556.57 cents, and unfortunately, very bearish po ang nangyari sa atin today. All of the positivity na binigay ng market sa atin, tinodo naman po yung pagbawi. If we are going to check our indicators, they are still in the positive note, especially the MACD that is still in the high range on its histogram. But these are actually expected as we build our momentum little by little. That is why yung ganitong pagbaba will still leave the indicators positive sign. On the lighter note, our net foreign indicator remains positive, though it's on the low, but the positive side that we can see here is that our investors is somehow still buying shares and holding their positions. Going back to our chart, we have to reevaluate our previous findings. First one, reaching the 6,782 area now will not be easy as we have to build another momentum. Though we are still in the positive sa ating net foreign indicator, we have to give weight sa high selling volume na nakikita natin. The least na pwede mangyari tomorrow is to have a low buying volume, green volume, which will give us a slight bounce from our closing price today. So maximum until 6,600 area. And the worst is a continuation of a selling volume which can drag us to 6,500 flat area. Second, the consolation that we have here is that our key support at 6,473 area is still strong, and we are not speculating it yet to be broken down. So after this short uptrend channel natin, we are now looking for a possible sideways movement. Meron na kasi tayong initial sign today na hindi na natin siya matutuloy kasi very bearish candlestick tayo, supported by our high volume na more into selling. Further, na breakdown po natin yung ating moving average 50, 20, and moving average 9. Kumbaga, very drastic yung nangyari. And since very sudden siya, fear emotions may arise, especially sa mga nabawasan ng gain, which may take the opportunity to get their remaining gains by tomorrow. So we are leading towards to the next move, which is consolidation or sideways move, which we are rooting to materialize para magkaroon tayo ng next uptrend channel. So if ever man nakabili tayo ng shares today, it's still fine as the market just need to build its momentum again. So kumbaga kailangan lang natin mag-hold, especially dun sa mga talagang nag-stick lang sa key support. So at least nandun tayo sa key support and bumaba man yung market, nandun pa rin tayo sa ating safe side. So more on hold yung pwede natin gawin as of the moment. And world market wise, as of this time, they are still up, especially the US and European markets. So our foreign investors may bring the positive sentiment with our market. So always remember, let us all be wiser than we are yesterday. Converge is still consolidating as of the moment, but we have a not so good performance today as we created a bearish candlestick, plus we have a huge volume that more into selling. Checking our net foreign indicator, napakalaki po ng lumabas sa kanya today, more than 180 million pesos. So knowing this, Converge is one of the biggest contributors sa ating selling volume sa PSEI today. At sa mga indicators natin, definitely maganda pa rin yung ating makita as we just previously broke out our uptrend channel, plus we are consolidating on the high area and above moving average 9. So we are still looking Converge into a positive way, especially na napakaganda ng kanyang financials as of the moment. Speculation-wise, we may still have a continuation of selling tomorrow. So medyo pwede pa tayong bumaba ng konti since malakas pa yung ating selling volume today. But overall, more on hold pa rin po tayo kay Converge and can still add some more shares strategically. ACEN Energy is now dipping down on its moving average 9. So tuloy-tuloy po yung pagbagsak ng kanyang momentum. Malaki rin po yung ating volume today. Pero looking at our net foreign indicator, we can still say that ACEN still have the support from the investors dahil hindi naman siya bumagsak yung ating foreign indicator today. So kumbaga parang controlled yung ating selling pressure when it comes to our investors. And due to the weak momentum that we can observe, our indicators now are going down, but not that too much. So we can still give confidence that ACEN Energy just need to build its momentum again before rising up. Hence, chance natin bumili on its key support depending on your price plan. ACEN's uptrend channel is still intact and we are still trading above its midline, so we are still in good shape and we can still hold our shares and buy some more shares if by any chance, since we are on its key support. FILRT has a very good performance on its debut today as the market gave a huge volume on it. So kung titingnan natin, we have a tight fight between the buyers and sellers today. And we can tell na nanalo yung ating mga bulls, pero weak lang siya as the sellers consumed more than half of its high price today. And it seems that the market is satisfied with its IPO price of 7 pesos kasi hanggang 6.96 lang tayo bumaba, and then nag-close tayo medyo slightly above ng 7 pesos. Although one candlestick pa lang tayo, but the positive thing that we can observe is that meron tayong strength to maintain the 7 peso area. So we will see in the coming days yung ating mga susunod na performance dito kay FILRT. For PNB, its net income in Q2 is very good. Base na nga rin po sa ating news kanina. Pero looking on its technical side, na-decline tayo today at 21.50 or dito po sa ating moving average 50. Pero the momentum is still there as we are trading above moving average 9 and 20 on its short-term picture. Meron tayong sideways move from 1975 to 23.69 area, and if we are going to zoom out further, we can also observe a big sideways move from 1975 up to 29.59 area. So area-wise, nasa good area tayo to accumulate shares or to enter kay PNB in case we are targeting this stock. So more on positioning po yung pwede natin gawin kay PNB as of the moment since nasa magandang area tayo. Cebu Air is still in the low area of its big sideways move from 42 to 54. And unfortunately, losses of the company is still ongoing. And sa analysis nga po sa ating headlines kanina, if you will be reading it, losses may continue and more losses may be observed until travel goes back to normal. Having this said, if si Cebu Air, isa sa mga stocks na binabantayan natin, we have to be strict in buying of shares sa kanya as the financials of the company is not that good. Technical wise, we are on weak momentum and low volume as well. So in this case, we may want to make sure that we are only getting shares near our key support at 42.57 para nasa magandang area tayo. So more on positioning and waiting din po tayo dito kay Cebu Air. JFC continue to expand its business, and we have known today through our headlines that their stake in Tim Ho Wan are now 100%. So isa sa mga very good company talaga itong si JFC for investment. On its technical side, we're still consolidating in our key support at 193 area and still building its momentum prior moving up. So sa mga hindi pa po nakakabili on its current area, chance na po natin bumili habang nasa good area pa siya, and sa mga current holders po, good to hold po tayo dito kay JFC. MRC's momentum is still weak, volume is still low, downtrend channel can still be observed, though looking on its positive side, we are building a strong support at 0.28 area, which is nasa lower border din ng ating downtrend channel. On this instance, we still need to be careful as our moving average 9 is now going down again, and we don't want that to go down below 0.28 kasi pag nangyari yon, bababa din yung ating price. So if ever man, try to get shares exactly dito kay exactly dito at 0.28 para nasa magandang position tayo. So si MRC po is more on positioning and waiting as of this time. For Mega World, nire-evaluate po natin siya, and we can see now a big sideways move from 2.70 to 3.30 area. Currently, weak momentum pa rin po tayo as we are being blocked at moving average 20 and now going down below moving average 9 as well. And low volume din po yung ating na-observe sa kanya. Having said that, we may still see Mega World to go down at 2.70 area, which is our key support. So if ever, dyan po magandang bumili sa kanya. So more on positioning and waiting din po tayo dito kay Mega World. Apollo Global's momentum is still weak and our volume is somehow in the average, and it looks like perception-wise malaki yung impact ng possible FOO at the price of 0.07 to 0.08 if I remember it correctly. Kaya naman may mga umaalis kasi from our current area. If you're going to measure that, 20% downside yung ating ma-observe. Should the FOO proceed for the amount of 0.08. So, merong mga mentality na gugustuhin na bumili at FOO na lang kasi nga po malaki yung downside niya. As of the moment, may short-term sideways tayong na-observe. So if ever, sa lower border tayo kumuha ng shares at 0.10 para nasa magandang position din tayo. Or better yet, be on the side muna kasi kung yun nga yung FOO price niya, mas maganda talagang bumili na lang tayo sa FOO to be on the better area. Dito CME is getting blocked at 8.40 area or in our moving average 50. So ito po yung sinabi natin last time kung hinabol po natin sa pagtaas itong dito CME noong August 10, nung nag-breakout tayo sa ating consolidation area, chances are naiipit tayo ngayon at 8 peso area. So ganun po ka-importante yung pagkuha ng shares on its key support para nasa magandang area tayo at less risk maiipit sa mataas na area. Although, looking on its positive side, we are still trading above moving average 9 and 20, so somehow we can still see a chance of going up kasi meron tayong momentum, and on the other perspective, we can see an uptrend channel as well. Yun nga lang, nasa alanganing position tayo compared kung nakakuha tayo at 7.19 area. So sa ngayon, more on hold ang pwede natin gawin. If hindi mag-materialize itong ating uptrend channel, you may still hold and see if 7.19 area is strong enough or bababa pa tayo at 6.30 bago tayo mag-cut loss. Hence, we will be re-evaluating our strength should the uptrend channel won't proceed. BSC is still inside the big downtrend channel, and currently we are challenging the 0.57 area. And yung performance natin today is hindi maganda as we formed a bearish candlestick. Though there is a possibility in making this 0.57 area as our new key support, our momentum might not be enough in breaking out the next moving average, which is the moving average 50. Normally kasi, sa weak na stock, hindi kinakayang i-breakout yung moving average 50. So unfortunately, hindi pa magandang kumuha ng share sa kanya, not until we go down again at 0.47, which is the safest area that we can observe as of the moment. Certec is still in the weak momentum and low volume, and still part of the big downtrend channel that we can observe in the big picture. Technical wise, bumaba na po yung ating moving average 9 at 4.95 area, so let's treat that as a strong resistance, but we can still see the 4.53 area as a good support should we want to buy some shares dito kay Certec. So more on positioning and waiting din po tayo dito kay Certec as of the moment.
And that's it for today. Kung nagustuhan niyo po itong video na ito, please don't forget to like it and share it as well para mapagbigay insights din po tayo sa iba. And also, kung meron po kayong additional information or thoughts dito sa review na to, comment nyo lang po yan para makatulong din po or makapagbigay information din po tayo sa iba. At sa inyo po na gustong magpa-review ng kanilang mga stocks, comment nyo lang din po yan para maisama po natin sa ating next session. And sa mga bago po nanonood ng video na ito, don't forget to subscribe para lagi po kayo maging updated sa mga bagong videos na nilalabas po natin. Maraming salamat po. I'll see you soon. QRepublic.